Hello everyone, how are we doing? I've got a game for you again with the kind of the same UU team I was using before with the rain and stuff, but I took out Virizion, replaced it with a Militic, something more defensive, which doesn't give me as much of an ice weakness, but adds an ice resistance, and I thought maybe we could try it out and see how it goes. So yeah, I got this game, and it's a pretty standard UU team the guy's running. So I'm thinking, okay, should be okay as long as I get some rain going. Then I should be fine. Kingdra can clean up with Tornadus, and we'll see how it goes. But for the beginning, we're obviously going to have Reiku versus Golurk, and I wasn't sure whether he wanted to stay in and go for the hidden power, either grass or ice. I wasn't sure, obviously, which one he would have. So I'm going to protect on the first turn, and he switches out, which kind of tells me that, well, he'll probably have one of the hidden powers, but he wasn't confident in the fact that it would kill me, so he is probably not Specs, maybe Scarfed, maybe even Leftovers, I don't know. But I'm gonna go for the Dynamic Punch as the Bronzong switches in, and Bronzong shows me it has a hidden power ice, so that's interesting. Doesn't do that much damage, obviously, because my Golurk is pretty defensive, but takes a nice chunk out, which I'm not too happy about. But in the process, I'm thinking I can live another one easily, get up Stealth Rocks, and then maybe get some Confusion hacks because Dynamic Punch could help me out there. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out in the end because he's going to get the Hidden Power Ice off and take me down below the halfway line. But I do have Protect, so I'm going to definitely go for the Protect now just to get some extra lefties gain because, well, he's most likely going to either snap out of Confusion or just get unhit through Confusion, be able to hit himself. I mean, not hit himself through the Confusion. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he snaps out on the turn that I protect, so I guess that works out because I get a nice little bit of extra lefties gain, and I'm going to disappear right now into my Militic, thinking, you know, I should be able to take the Hidden Power Ice slash Jarable slash whatever, and go from there. But he's going to pull a switch as well, knowing that I'm most likely not going to stay in, and he goes into a Slowbro, which is slightly frustrating, but the nice thing about this is that I kind of tempt him into going for the Toxic, because the only thing that Slowbro really can do against Militic is Toxic, so I go into my Xatu to Magic Bounce the Toxic all the way back into his face, which is just beautiful, delicious, incredible, because with Regenerator, Slowbro is a pain in the ass, man, so it's a good job that I now have it crippled, and, you know, get that Toxic wearing away him for the rest of the game, yeah! So, get the light screen up, hopefully not get the burn by the Skull, and I do not get burned, so I can now just go for the Reflect, and as long as he, you know, doesn't do anything weird like hyper mega beam cannon from the sky, everything should be okay. Obviously that's not a move, but whatever, no matter, I Reflect, and yes, and he brings in Mienshao, which I'm not really afraid of at this point, simply because I have both screens up, so even if he goes for like some super duper Stone Edge, I'll probably still live it. But he goes for the Hidden Power Ice, which is, I don't know, interesting, I guess. I'm going to U-turn straight out of there, because I wanted to U-turn so that I could get something in safely, as opposed to just hard switching and taking a hit from the Mienshao. So that's what happens there. I go into Golurk knowing that his main stab and high jump kick is obviously not going to work because I'm a ghost type, and Hidden Power Ice is probably the best thing he has to hit me with. I resist Stone Edge as well, so it makes sense that I would switch this thing in because I have both screens up. I can easily take a Hidden Power Ice and go for a Dynamic Punch, confuse the hell out of that Mienshao, and be in a nice position here. I can either go for the Dynamic Punch again, which I know will take it out, or I could go for the Earthquake, because that would be a beautiful idea, and it would hopefully do a lot of damage to whatever comes in. Bronzong may have come in there, which I was a little bit afraid of, but I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go for the Earthquake anyway. In comes Slowbro, and I see it does a nice amount of damage, like a good chunk, and I'm thinking, okay, he probably, even if he scalds me, he'll be in revengeable range, and if he doesn't, he slack offs, you know, Tox is going to build up. So I'm going to stay in an Earthquake. He, however, predicts me to go to Militic, and he makes a bit of a ballsy play there going to Raikou, because I really didn't have much of a reason to switch to Militic. Screens were both up, and I thought, as long as I have a good thing going with Golurk, I might as well just keep Earthquaking the hell out of everything. And it turns out that I get the thing on the switch. Extra Sentry cannot do anything to me whatsoever, and I just kill it with a Dynamic Punch. So things working out fantastically with Golurk right now. You know, he thinks that Militic's going to come in, but it's not working. And here comes another scenario where that's the case, because he goes into Hihi Daruma, and he goes for Superpower, predicting my switch again. And I'm like, well, I you know, I thought that with Reflect up, maybe I could live a Flare Blitz, so that's why I stayed in, because I thought, you know, he's probably going to Flare Blitz me. Might as well stay and take the hit, and maybe I can live it because I'm kind of bulky and the Reflect is up. And he superpowers, and he dies from the Earthquake. So that's two huge threats, both Darmanitan and Raikou taken out because he was over-predicting hugely and kind of cost him quite a bit. But in comes Empoleon. Now that the light screen is down, he's able to take me out. I actually didn't notice that light screen went down, so I thought I might as well stay in and maybe live a hit. But light screen was gone, and now Reflect is gone as well, so both my screens are down. I might want to get Xatu in later. And at this point, I'm thinking, as good as I've done so far, taking out his Darmanitan and Raikou very easily, this Empoleon scares me a lot. The main reason being that I don't have Virizion on the team anymore. Because there's no Virizion, my only surefire way to kill this guy is Focus Blast from Tornadus, which is a shaky way to take it out in itself. So I go to Milotic thinking I could probably take a Grass Knot better than I just did, and hopefully just get a burn with Scald. That was all I was going for, was the burn. I'm not even going to, you know, piss around here. That's what I exactly wanted. And it happens on the first turn, which is pretty phenomenal, because obviously the thing with Empoleon is it being Steel type, you can't Toxic it, so P2 coming in and Toxicking wasn't an option. I had to get the burn on it, or some residual damage, and thankfully I did, because going to make that thing a lot easier to take down now. So I go into Porygon 2 now, not wanting Milotic to take a second Grass Knot, take the Grass Knot beautifully because of Eviolite, and now I go for the Tri-Attack on the switch, hit the Mienshao, which does a hell of a lot of damage, and Xatu is the perfect switch in because I 4 times resist the high jump kick. Unfortunately for him, he pulls an Eric and misses, and well, that kind of blows. I honestly didn't think it mattered hugely, just because I 4 times resist the hit, so I would have been able to take it. It's just a matter of what would have happened after that. He would have been able to probably Stone Edge or something, and I would have had to switch, but oh well, I guess that's what happens. Maybe he was choiced even, I don't know, he could have been choiced, so he could have been locked into high jump kick. Actually, I think he told me he was choice scarfed or something, so he would have had to switch anyway. So it's not like it made a huge deal in the end. It just was a bit of a pain, I guess, for him that he lost that guy. So he's going to go into Bronzong now and go for the Gyro Ball as I try and Light Screen and Roost. At this point, Light Screen is really the only screen I need because the remaining guys he has are Bronzong, Slowbro, and Empoleon, I believe, which means that everything's going to be special apart from the Gyro Ball from this guy, and honestly, Gyro Ball isn't really that threatening to my team at this point, so not really anything that I need to worry about. Going to Milotic to take it nicely, and I'm just going to start firing off Scalds here, honestly. I just want to weaken his team as much as possible, so we get down to the point where I can clean up with Kingdra and or Tornadus, one of those two dudes, and really that's all it is. I'm getting lucky with these Scalds here. I usually don't get burns that quickly, but this Milotic's working out for me here, man. It's just getting the burns every which way, so that's pretty cool. I really just need this residual damage going, and the fact that Empoleon is burned and Bronzong is burned really helps me out. So that's great. I'm just glad to know the fact that I'm not going to have much of a problem dealing with these guys as long as they don't pack like a rest or something. That would fucking suck, man. If this Empoleon had like a rest or something, that would kill me. But unfortunately for him, he does not pack such a move. At least I don't believe so from this match. So I'm going to go into my Porygon 2 predicting the Grass Knot again because he honestly has no reason to predict at this point. He's really in a sticky situation and can't really do much to get out of it. So he's going to switch to Slowbro as I Rain Dance on the switch. I just wanted to get this Rain up so that Kingdra and Tornadus could clean up the game, and that's kind of what I was going for now. But now that Slowbro's come in, I don't really feel safe switching either of them in on a potential Scald that's rain boosted, so that's not something that I'm really too gung-ho with, which means I go to my Xatu instead, thinking I can take a hit and then get up a screen, like Light Screen, because Light Screen's about to wear off, and it does wear off. Get it back up again for another 8 turns, even though it probably won't be lasting another 8 turns of this match. We're kind of slowly grinding to a halt here as the game kind of winds down. But, you know, Bronzong's going to go for the HP Ice, not going to be able to take me out. Obviously, Light Screen is going to aid me greatly there, and I'm just going to set up the Reflect for the hell of it, because, hey, he's probably going to Gyro Ball this turn, again, and I might as well take the burned, reflect boosted hit like a champion, which is exactly what I do. And now I'm going to U-turn. Now I U-turn into my Tornadus thinking, okay, rain's up, both screens are up, I'm not afraid of anything this Bronzong has to do to me. He, for some reason, sets up rocks there. Not quite sure why, but I guess rocks at any point is a decent thing to get up. He had plenty of opportunities at the start. I was starting to think he didn't have it, but hey, I guess he just goes for them there, whatever. But rain stops, as you can see, and the problem with that is I really actually wanted to have Damp Rock on Porygon 2, though Eviolite is obviously probably the best thing to have. I wanted to have Damp Rock on it, and the reason I can't kill everything with Tornadus now is because he didn't have Damp Rock. He had Eviolite, and so rain stopped after 5 turns. So that kind of sucks. Good thing about Tornadus though is that it carries U-turn, which means I can now safely U-turn into Miss Targaryen herself, who at this point is probably going to be able to finish off the game. Slowbro is very physically defensive, and Draco is not something it wants to take, and of course he only has the Empoleon left, which though resists the Draco Meteor, and I am at -2, is at such low HP that it doesn't really matter. Plus he's got burn, so he's probably going to die anyway. So get the Life Orb hit off, and his Empoleon goes down, and look at that, we'll finish the game. Fun game in the Ferris wheel park there, so that was cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll be doing more videos and stuff as always. Now I'm coughing, I'm evolving into wheezing as per usual, and yes, okay, that was it, that was that. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, click the like button, that always helps. The like button is your friend, and he likes to help you in situations where you don't know what to do, so just help him click it out. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Check out my previous video below, and goodbye.